Before the discovery and destruction of an ancient alien ring world, before a teeming parasitic enemy threatened Earth, before a soldier named John 117 made a new name for himself, humanity fought to defend Reach. And though Halo Reach is a prequel to all the Halo games that have come before, it represents the evolutionary pinnacle of the series. From the expertly tuned combat to the expansive level design, from the innovative online integration to the robust creation tools, all the pillars of Halo's success are in top form here, tied together seamlessly by an elegant and intuitive menu system. While the core mechanics remain familiar, invigorating new elements and extensive customization options make it so there are more ways to enjoy yourself than ever. Halo Reach is the most fully featured game on consoles today, and it's also one of the best. One of the first things you notice about Halo Reach is the sleek new menu system. In addition to presenting the main gameplay modes, the main menu also displays the status of your friends who are playing Reach and allows you to peruse their service records and invite them to your party with ease. Entering a mode, tweaking options, and starting up a match is an effortless process, and your party members come with you everywhere you go. The interface allows you to easily explore game options, customization tools, and user-created content without getting swamped or overwhelmed. Making everything this easily accessible is one of Halo Reach's greatest achievements. Another being, of course, just how much great content there is to enjoy here. Let's start with the campaign. Whether you play solo or cooperatively with up to 3 other players, you play as the newest member of Noble Team.
Not gonna lie to you, Lieutenant. You're stepping into some shoes the rest of the squad would rather leave unfilled.
Your first mission is to investigate a distress signal in a rural mountainous area, and it's no surprise when the source of the distress turns out to be the Covenant.
What's the status? Over!
We've been engaged!
Small skirmishes and reconnaissance missions soon escalate to all-out war as humanity tries to repel the alien invaders. Anyone familiar with Halo canon knows how that one ends, but it's thrilling to be a part of Noble Team's efforts. You undertake missions of crucial strategic importance, and though your squad mates aren't the most intriguing characters, their personalities enrich the emotional highs and lows of the campaign. There are some cliches and a cheap moment or two, but on the whole the story is one of the most satisfying in the series. The best part of the campaign, however, is the action. The slow pace of the early levels gives way to frenetic large-scale conflict, and from then on out the campaign moves at a great pace through an exciting array of environments. Levels are often expansive, offering stunning views and giving you plenty of room to maneuver on foot or in one of the many vehicles you can commandeer. Classic vehicles mix well with a few new ones, including a spacefaring first for the series. Piloting a spacecraft in an orbital dogfight is novel, though a bit shallow. Fortunately, your time in the cockpit is full of stunning views of Reach. And at the end of your relatively short flight, there is a brief but excellent low-gravity skirmish. The campaign provides excitement aplenty, and adding some friends to the mix makes it even more enjoyable. Picking your own routes through the battlefield is more exciting when you know your buddies are doing it too, and it leads to some great moments of teamwork, both planned and unexpected. Though the AI is generally competent, nothing beats manning a Warthog turret with a friend behind the wheel. You can spice things up by keeping score individually or as a team, using skulls to modify battlefield conditions and boost your scoring potential. These options, along with the excellent level design, make this great campaign eminently replayable. If you just want to kill some Covenant without the pesky plot and big levels, Firefight is the place to go. You and up to 3 other players take on waves of Covenant soldiers in relatively small areas. This is largely the same addictively entertaining experience that was introduced in Halo 3 ODST, and frantically fighting off increasingly tough hordes of enemies is as exciting and satisfying as ever. Players can even join the enemy and play as elites, making it even harder for the Spartans to rack up points. Firefight's new maps come with built-in gameplay variants, but the extensive options allow you to easily tailor your experience to your liking. And if you're not the tailoring type, you can find plenty of user-created game types to download and sample. These same customization options apply to competitive multiplayer. Using the custom game option, you can tweak the conditions of any game type beyond recognition, or use subtle changes to spice things up. Jump into competitive matchmaking proper, and you'll find there are only 6 different lobbies to choose from. Once you enter a game, however, you'll often be able to choose between a few different options, so your Team Slayer game may actually end up being a SWAT match. This variable element may irk some purists, but it's a great way to build in some variety without spreading the player base too thin between too many lobbies. Rumble Pit, Big Team Battle, and a few other favorites are here. There's also the seasonally ranked Arena that functions as a competitive league, as well as a new objective-based mode called Invasion. This mode pits Spartans against elites, challenging one team to capture a series of positions and abscond with a valuable item. The progressive structure is a nice change of pace, though ultimately it's just another vehicle for the real star of the show, combat. Halo Reach continues its predecessor's tradition of superlative combat and movement mechanics, but with the major addition of armor abilities. These special abilities operate on a cooldown timer and grant players a specific power that can give them an edge in combat. Whether it's a quick burst of speed to close the distance between you and an enemy, or a jetpack that grants you the power of flight, these abilities add a new tactical element to combat. Active camouflage aids in stealthy maneuvers, while armor lock can help you survive a grenade that's too close to evade. And while the advantages of being able to create a running decoy of yourself may seem obvious, deploying the decoy effectively is another matter. When these abilities are in play, they change the every soldier is equal dynamic that has long defined Halo multiplayer, but they do it in a specific and knowable way. Rather than imbalancing the battlefield, they enrich it, and offer even seasoned Halo veterans a new way to flex their strategic muscle. They also go hand in hand with the concept of loadouts. Rather than always spawning every player with identical equipment, Halo Reach often lets players choose which guns and armor ability they want to equip, sometimes offering new loadouts as the match progresses. The overall effect of armor abilities and loadouts is invigorating, breathing new life into one of the series' traditional strengths. Doing well in multiplayer, or any gameplay mode for that matter, earns you credits that can be used to buy new pieces of armor for your Spartan. It can also earn you progress towards commendations and daily or weekly challenges, which will in turn earn you more credits, a higher ranking, and of course, bragging rights. Speaking of which, the theater is back and in full effect, so you can capture a screenshot or video clip of a choice gameplay moment and recommend it to all your friends. It's unfortunate that you can't bring your whole party into the theater to watch with you, but it's still an excellent way to get more out of your gameplay. And in case all that isn't enough content for you, there's always Forge, Bungie's massive editing sandbox. Up to 16 party members can hop into Forge and cut loose. From constructive level building to all-out vehicular mayhem and everything in between, Forge is more powerful than ever, thanks to easier controls and a massive map made specifically for Forge antics. What you can do in Forge could fill an entire video review on its own, so suffice to say, it's a creative canvas where the possibilities are limited only by your time, patience, and ingenuity. Halo Reach is not only brimming with excellent content, it's also bursting with possibilities. The exciting campaign, addictive firefight, and dynamic competitive multiplayer make it one of the best shooters around. The extensive customization options, powerful theater tools, and staggering Forge capabilities make it one of the most malleable and socially engaging games on consoles. And the stellar menu system brings it all together with remarkable simplicity. Though its deep roots may not win over those who haven't enjoyed Halo in the past, Reach stands tall as one of the best video games of 2010.